For my project, I decided to use Pinterest.com. Regarding ownership, it is difficult to find out who is involved in creating, editing, and moderating the content on the Pinterest page at first. However, the best evidence of who edits and moderates the content on Pinterest comes from the screen where they show the Pinterest team. Under the Terms of Service page, it also states that Pinterest products and services are provided by Pinterest Incorporated. However, the users on Pinterest also create and edit the content on their own page, which is ultimately the content on the entire website. It is also difficult to find out who owns Pinterest since their About page strictly talks about how the website works. However, when you go on Hoover Company Profile and type in Pinterest, Cold Brew Labs comes up, which shows that they operate Pinterest. They are located in California and they are a private sector. There was also no information about Cold Brew Labs Incorporated on Standard & Poor's website. When entering Pinterest.com into the Network Solutions website to do a Who Is lookup of the site, it shows that the registrant of Pinterest is in fact Pinterest Incorporated. Most of the aspects on this website are publish then filter. It only takes a few minutes of the user's time to search for anything on Pinterest and repin it to their boards. And there are millions of ideas being pinned every day on Pinterest. Any user on Pinterest can project themselves into the public eye through their account and their page. By using Pinterest and pinning ideas to their account, users are ultimately interacting with one another. There is so much content being produced on Pinterest that professional gatekeepers cannot keep up with the demands of filtering. Therefore, the content on Pinterest is publish then filter. Pinterest is only owned by one private company. However, if they were owned by a bigger public business such as Google, then Pinterest would be involved with Google's activities and involved with their problems and crises. Bigger companies may also have more of a say about what content does or does not appear on the site because of the amount of power that they have. When searching Pinterest on Wikipedia, there are 3 ways to figure out who has contributed information about the site. Under the Talk page, there are a lot of different postings from users that want to change different parts of the web page. There is a veteran editor who wanted to change a lot about the page. However, there is also a user on the web page that spells the words whole and article wrong, which makes me question the information's quality. When you go to View History on the Pinterest Wikipedia page, it shows what has been previously revised and when exactly it was revised and who it was revised by. One specific user that has revised a lot on the web page is Marcus. When you go to his private Wikipedia page, it shows that he looks for trends, word of mouth, and contents of his inbox, which consists of Google alerts to try to guess what the next big thing will be. Next, you can look at the website's references to get an idea of where the information is posted. At first glance, I noticed that there was a lot of information found directly from the Pinterest page, which shows to be a very reliable source. There is also information on the reference page that comes from the Huffington Post, the Wall Street Journal, and CNN, which also shows very valuable information on the Pinterest Wikipedia page. Although there may be information on Pinterest's Wikipedia page that is unreliable, I think that based on these 3 ways of obtaining information about who has contributed content to the web page, this Wikipedia page is overall a pretty reliable source in finding information about Pinterest. Regarding advertising, at first glance, it is clear that Pinterest does not use traditional advertising. However, the pinned items that users repin to their boards can be considered as advertisements in this sense. When people pin things to their boards, they are ultimately advertising for the specific brand. Companies also have Pinterest accounts to advertise their products or services. Pinterest has an entire web page that focuses on businesses gaining a foothold into Pinterest and how they can analyze their success on the website. For example, Abercrombie & Fitch the Pinterest page and many boards that advertise their clothing. This ultimately helps their brand. Under Pinterest's privacy policy page, they state how they use information they collect to offer customized content. They help users discover pins or boards that they may like and provide users with tailored advertising. For example, if a user has indicated that they are interested in cooking, Pinterest may suggest food-related pins, boards, or people. Pinterest is able to know what users are interested in by what a user pins, repins, and is searching for on the website. Although the advertising on Pinterest in the forms of pins allows the website to expand and consistently offer its users new and updated information, the advertising can negatively impact the website as well. Pinterest has very strong relationships with several companies that invested into Pinterest in return for help with their campaigns. By going to the Stories section under Pinterest for Business webpage, You can see all the companies that Pinterest have done campaigns for, including All Recipes, Arch Daily, Elle, Etsy, Jetsetter, Organized Interiors, Pet Plan Insurance, Sephora, and WikiHow. These are some of the campaigns that Pinterest has helped them with. Although having these strong relationships is important for Pinterest, it can impact what the editors of the Pinterest site decide to include or exclude from the web page. For example, Pinterest editors may include more items from Elle magazine than from Vogue, solely because of the relationship that they have with this company. Good Guide does not recognize Pinterest alone as a product. Therefore, I chose a product that they advertise on Pinterest's website. One product that Pinterest advertises is Clinique's facial soap. According to Good Guide, the soap has a 6.9 rating and is ranked 91 out of 1,521 facial cleansers. The soap has a 0.8 health rating, 6.6 environment rating, and a 6.0 society rating. This website allows consumers to find out whether the product they are searching for is safe, healthy, and green, and ethical. That may not be known without the help of this guide. Health-conscientious people and those passionate about the environment would be very interested in researching this information prior to buying a product. In regards to privacy, the privacy policy on Pinterest is very easy to locate and understand. It is under the About tab on the main page. There is a full page that outlines their privacy guidelines. Pinterest collects information about its users when someone signs up for an account and links the account with another social media website such as Twitter and Facebook. Pinterest also gathers information when a user uses Pinterest because the server records the information about the user's interaction with the product. Pinterest uses the information they collect by making the products better, sending users updates, and offering customized content and advertising. Pinterest also lists how users can alter what information is public. Users can change the information on their profile page at any time, link or unlink their account from the other social media websites, create or be added to a secret board, or close their account at any time. The page also highlights other circumstances where Pinterest would share a user's personal information. Users do not need to provide financial or geographical information to sign up. They simply enter their name, gender, email address, and create a username and password. Giving financial information might be a problem for some users because some users may be hesitant to share their credit card information online due to identity theft or other complications. Users may also not want to share geographic information because it could allow someone undesirable to locate them. When on Pinterest and looking at a collusion graph, it is evident that Pinterest is giving data to Facebook. This is most likely occurring because users can connect their Pinterest account with their Facebook account. While searching through Pinterest, it also becomes apparent that Pinterest is giving data to Google Analytics as well. There could be several problems from Pinterest sharing this data to these outlets, specifically Google Analytics. Google has the ability to identify you and track and cross-reference your personal activity via multiple methods, one including Google Analytics, according to Rambam's video. This is a potential problem because a user may not want Google to have access to where they are or what they are doing at the time. When looking on the Privacy Fix website while being logged into Pinterest, there is privacy information about Pinterest. It makes clear that the privacy of Pinterest.com is pretty good. Personal data generally is not shared, deletion requests are honored, and vendor confidentiality is confirmed. However, there is no assurance of notice if data is requested. I would want to change this because I would want to know whether they are collecting data beforehand. When comparing Pinterest privacy features to Google, it is apparent that Google may collect a user's information after termination, which Pinterest does not. When putting Pinterest into Google as a search term, the address bar is interesting to look at. It shows Pinterest, which shows that Google is tracking my search term. It also says output search, which shows that Google is outputting the information that I am putting into the search area. It also has client in the URL, which I thought was also interesting. Another interesting URL occurs when you are on the Pinterest page. If I click on this image, and I click on it again to go to where it was found, this URL shows PinIMG, which refers to Pinterest's image, which is the imaging host for Pinterest.com. Overall, I do feel as though Pinterest adequately considers user privacy. Their privacy policy page is thorough and explains what information they collect and how they use it, which provides a lot of information to users that may be skeptical about it. Therefore, there are no secrets that Pinterest has in regards to user privacy. Although information is shared to other social media websites, one has the option to unlink their account to those websites, providing users with a uniquely individual experience. I also think that it shows how Pinterest considers user privacy by not requiring a user to provide geographic or financial information when creating an account. This allows a user to be more comfortable when using Pinterest, which in turn creates loyal consumers.